What's up, everybody? So, we're at that point, man. It's Freddy vs. Jason. Let's see where I lean on this side of the spectrum. Do I like it? Do I love it? Do I hate it? It's kind of a love-hate thing for me because I was a teen when this movie came out in 2003, and directed by Ronnie Yu, the same guy that gave us Bride of Chucky, which was an awesome fucking entry for that franchise. And he's a great director. I like Ronnie. But the producers at New Line, I wasn't a fan of because they kind of fucked this movie, and I'll explain why. But I gotta say, it's an alright movie as a versus. It's pretty decent, you know. I liked it. It was okay. They could have went a different way, you know, instead of what we got, because there were a lot of early drafts of this movie. It took 20 years. This movie stayed in development hell for like 20 damn plus years since 1988, when they were gonna originally do Freddy vs. Jason in the 80s. It was either 88 or 89. They were gonna finally put Jason and Freddy together, but since Paramount still owned the rights to Jason and New Line still owned the rights to Freddy, they couldn't negotiate and reach a deal. But if you ask me, this movie, this type of film would have been way better in the 80s. It would have succeeded a hell of a lot better because you would have had Kane Hodder in his prime as Jason and Robert Englund in his prime as Freddy. And that would have been badass. Like, I would have loved that so damn much to see them two Titans go at it in their fucking best of their years, their prime. Would have been so much better. You would have had the 80s vibe, 80s music, characters, just would have been 10 times better. But as far as this movie goes, the overall plot of bringing Jason back, well, Freddy coming back from hell, because at the end of Freddy's Dead, which is the last time we've seen him, he was sent to hell, and he used Jason to bring him back, to send fear to Elm Street, and manipulate Jason by using his mother. That was a pretty cool touch. I did like that. But I gotta say, you know, the thing I didn't like about it is the fact that they really screwed over Kane Hodder in this movie. I'm gonna go ahead and get that out of the way. That's my biggest gripe, my biggest negative on this, is that it pissed me the fuck off that they screwed Kane over, because somebody approached him about coming on to this project and he thought he was good to go. He was set up for a meeting at New Line to talk about it, and then next thing you know, some executive told Ronnie, no, we don't need him. We want to go a different way. We want to do a different style, which is nothing wrong with that, but Kane had already established himself as Jason. You know, everybody knew Kane Hodder was Jason at this point because he did 4 fucking movies. So the fact that they screwed him out of this is really just a big slap in the fucking face to Kane Hodder, because they never gave him a decent reason why they didn't want him to play Jason. They just didn't. They dropped it, you know, and he was left out in the wind like, what the fuck? And they went with Canadian stuntman Ken Kersinger, which is okay. I mean, he's fine, but he doubled for Kane in Part 8. But I'll get to his take in a minute. My thing about Freddy in this is that Robert Englund, he did a fine job as Freddy. You know, he mixed both versions of Freddy, the comical one-liners and the sinister, dark version of Freddy from Elm Street 1 and 2. They jive real well in this. You know, so you get a good mix of Freddy in this. Robert Englund did a damn good job, considering this was his last time playing Freddy on the big screen over 15 years ago. So that's all I got to say about Freddy in this, is that he was okay. He was pretty cool. I did like it. The pinball scene, you know, with him using Jason as a pinball, that was pretty awesome. But now let me get back to this piece of shit, Ken Kersinger. And the reason I call him a piece of shit is because his portrayal of Jason was a piece of shit. Not the person, not who he is as a person, but his take on Jason sucked in this. Because he fucking made him too much like Frankenstein in this shit. I mean, from the walk, the way he moves, the way he looks at Freddy, it's almost as if they wanted us to feel sorry for Jason in this. And I get that, because Freddy does play on Jason's fear of drowning, and he uses that to his advantage to overpower Jason. And that's alright. But if you think about it, it's kind of fucking stupid, because in the later sequels of the Friday the 13th films, we see that Jason's not afraid of water. He, in fact, goes into the water many times to kill a lot of his victims. In Part 7, Part 6, oh, shit, man, Part 4. There's a lot of times where Jason's in the fucking water. Now I know that's probably all Freddy had to go on, so there's not really much else that he had to his advantage other than using Jason's Fear of Water. And they do execute it pretty good in this, but it's just I don't like how they tried to make Jason so damn sympathetic and a victim in this. I don't really know what other way they could have went with it, but something better, because I'm telling you, the way they fucked over Kane Hodder in this and not allowing him to play Jason one more time, which is what the fans wanted, and that's why this movie got such a huge backlash when it came out, because we knew Kane as Jason. He was beloved as that character, and he loves that character. Everything he does when he Jason, he puts his heart and soul into it. The fact that they didn't give him a legitimate reason why they didn't go with him is bullshit. I'll say that straight up. Because I do believe this movie would have succeeded 10 times better if Kane Hodder would have played Jason. Because Ken Kurzinger's take on it is just too slow. It's too much like Frankenstein. It's just not Jason. I just don't like it. It takes me out of the movie when I watch it. Let's see, the cast. There was a pretty good cast in this. The young girl Monica Keena, who played Laurie in it, she's kind of like the Nancy of the Elm Street films, if you think about it. Because she's living in Freddy's house, the Elm Street house, with her dad, and Laurie's pretty good. I liked her. She had a pretty strong character. Definitely better than some of the other characters, though. Besides her, though, I would say her best friend, Kira, I think it's her name, played by Kelly Rowland. She was pretty funny. She has pretty good one-liners back and forth with Freddy, You're not even scary. What's it with the butter knives? Tell me, what's it with the butter knives? That shit's pretty funny, so I did like that. Let's see. There was some stoners in it, of course, because it's Freddy versus Jason, so you gotta have the Friday the 13th stoners in it. And a couple of them gets killed in a cornfield in this, and they had some pretty good kills, when Jason flips that motherfucker's head around and just throws him over, He kills that one fat guy running through the cornfield with a machete that's on fire, so... Ken does have some good moments as Jason, as far as the kills go. They are pretty decent, Some of the dream sequences are really good. So there's not really no negatives on that. Most positive I can give this movie is the soundtrack. I did love the fucking soundtrack. It had the most badass heavy metal, balls to the wall, soundtrack. It really was awesome. I really did enjoy it. I bought it as soon as it came out, and I've loved it ever since. Army of Darkness was on it, and many others. So, yeah, there's a lot of cool-ass songs on this. And the score itself is really chilling and bone-chilling. It's really good. So, not really nothing bad I can say about the soundtrack of this, because it is amazing. I did love it. Not many other horror movies can top it, I'll say that, too. But overall, Freddy vs. Jason, it's alright. It just would have been so much better, if they'd have got Kane. And I know a lot of you are probably watching my last few reviews are like, damn, this guy hung up on Kane. It's not that. It's the fact that I love his take on Jason, because Kane, as a person, is a sweethearted guy. And he loves the fans. He loves Friday the 13th, and he loves doing his job. And he's much like us, He grew up getting bullied and shit in school, so that's the reason why his take on Jason means a lot to him. It means a lot to me, because I was bullied very bad, so I see a lot of myself in Kane Hodder. But overall, yeah, the movie, it's alright. It's not my favorite, I'll tell you that. It's definitely not. It's not the one that I pop in on a Friday night when I'm bored and I want to watch something. Like 9 times out of 10, I'll put in Halloween 2 or Friday 4, Friday 2, any other movie besides this one. Because it's I guess you could say. But yeah, that's my review of Freddy vs. Jason. Let me know below if you got any comments or any thoughts on it. Or what did you think about them replacing Kane Hodder as Jason? Did it piss you off like me, or were you okay with it? The fight scenes in it were awesome. Jason and Freddy going at it in Camp Crystal Lake, I thought that was pretty cool. So, there are things about it that I did really enjoy, but there's overall the fact that Kane went in it kind of really took this movie down for me. And if I do a ranking, this is probably, you can bet it's going to be not dead last, but really at the bottom. It's not going to be way up there. So also look forward to my good friend Essie Greer's review of Freddy vs. Jason. I just did a collab with him today. Me, him, and Derek over at Derek's Horror Corner, and a few other guys are going to be doing a collaboration with Esley at Entertainment Fanatic Reviews for his take on Freddy vs. Jason. So I'm interested to see if me and him agree on this one. I doubt it. Maybe on a few points, but you know, check that out and subscribe to him if you hadn't already. And check out Derek, and he's a great guy too. So subscribe to his shit. You know? Fucking do it. But anyways, yeah, it's been me, Freddy Vs Jason, and I'm gonna get the hell out of here so I can go drink this Arizona tea and have an awesome day. I hope you all too. Thank you. God bless you.